Hello and welcome to the MotoGP Fantasy Live here for the German GP. There's only 2 races left before we dive into the summer break, so it's really starting to hop up in the MotoGP World Championship in 2023. Joining myself today here for the Fantasy Live is Alex Marquez, a man that unfortunately hasn't had too much luck at Germany in the MotoGP class, but I'm sure he'll be looking to turn that around this weekend aboard his Ducati there for the first time. So we'll welcome Alex in and say a big hello to him. Alex, how are you? Good to see you.
Hello everybody. Yeah, really happy to be here again.
Well, obviously this weekend is Germany, and just mentioned there you haven't had too much luck in the MotoGP class, but you have won there in Moto2. Is Germany one of the tracks that you always enjoy going to?
Yeah, it's one that I was looking forward to come back, because also with the Honda I had really good memories here, but unfortunately, as you said, we are a little bit unlucky on the race. 21 I had a crash, and last year I had a problem with the rear device and I was forced to retire. But yeah, I think we can do a really good job here and we'll try for it.
Well, of course, this year, first year on the Ducati, and been going very well, podiums throughout the season so far. I'm sure that it's looking like you'll be aiming for that again this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we have the speed. Looks like the results didn't come as we wanted, but we need to keep going. Season is still so long, and we need to keep improving and keep knowing the bike better to control that limit. That, for example, we had the crash in Mugello. But apart of that, I think I'm really happy. I'm feeling really good on the bike, and as I said, I'm sure we can make a good job in these 2 races that we have before the summer break.
Speaking of Mugello, I just wanted to ask you about one particular moment before we dive into the fantasy job that we have here. That huge, crazy moment at Turn 1 where you came straight through the middle of both your brother and Luca Marini. I'm sure there was a few alarm bells while that was going on, because it looked pretty crazy from the cameras.
Yeah. I mean, nobody can imagine what is the slipstream with a MotoGP bike, because it's something that you never expected, and it's something that you cannot control, and many times happen also in Austria, also in Mugello, especially in Turn 1. We saw it many years, many big movements from the riders. Honestly, I was close to going in the corner, that will be 3 riders overtaking in one break. I was really close to be on the line. But yeah, was really lucky, because, as I said, nobody imagined what is a slipstream, and it's something that you never expected, and it's something that you cannot control.
Well, Alex, as we say, we are here for doing a job today. We have to look at the MotoGP Fantasy team that we have. So we'll bring that in then, and straight away you can see that both yourself and your teammate Fabio are there, as well as the Gresinian Racing team. So there's not too much to change in terms of keeping your boss is happy, but we do have quite a bit of budget to play with. Before we look at some of the prices of the other riders, I just wanted to ask you really quickly, like off the top of your head, who are the riders this weekend that are going to be standout riders and fighting for the victory?
I mean, the first one that is coming to my head is one with the same surname than me. That's for sure. He will be fast. He's the king of something, and I mean, he will be fast. So I mean, will be the first one that I will put in Gold Riders because he's always really fast. So for sure,
where
he is.
He's 2.7 million at the minute. So
how much budget
do we have?
I think yeah. You can take it out, Bezzecchi.
Okay, so let's remove Bezzecchi and
put Mark there.
Mark in.
Yes.
So Mark into gold, and that leaves us still 1.5 million to use. So there's quite a lot there if you want to have another big name rider.
Yeah.
Let's have a scroll down. So we have 1.5 million left.
Yes. If we took
Pecco
it
is very expensive at 3.9.
Okay, I will take out Fabio Dija. Okay.
So that gives us 3.6 million to work with. So Pecco would be a little bit out of reach, but I imagine everyone else would be within reach.
I will go for Johan
Zarco. Like that. I think he was on pole there 2 years ago, and then on the podium was it last year.
He was always really fast. And I will keep the other ones like they are now with the constructor and the team. So like easy mood. Because I think I can be fast. Also, Jorge is really fast here.
Yeah.
And I think we can make a good job for the Ducati guys and Gresini team.
No, definitely. I think the last thing really to ask you, Alex, is, of course, as you know, these gold riders score double the points of the silver riders. So is there anyone that you want to switch? We can maybe you want to put yourself in gold.
Okay, then I will switch Johan for me.
Okay, perfect. So let's switch that. So we got the full Marquez.
My idea was to put
riders.
my idea was to put in silver also Pecco or in gold, but I don't have money to do it. That
is one of the tricky things this year. The money is a little bit tight on the fantasy game.
Exactly. No, it's something good, because if not, nobody will choose the same ones always. So it's better like this.
Exactly. You have to be a little bit of a strategist. So.
Exactly. So I like it like this.
This weekend, obviously, Alex, Sachsenring is quite a particular track, probably the most different that we go to on the calendar. When you go there and ride it, is it an extra challenge to adapt to how to go fast there or not?
I mean, you need to adapt quite well. It's one track that is nothing is so difficult, but it's really small, really slow, and you need to be really precise in many points. Have many secrets about lines and about everything, but I have the best teacher beside me that now he's not speaking to me about the secrets, but I know from Moto2. So I have that in the pocket, already from many years. That in Moto2 I remember I always hated this track, and I arrived in 19. He told me some things, and then I was super fast and I won the race. Leading and having a gap, so I will try to manage that secret and to keep going. But as you said, it's really a small track, really precise. You need to be always with the speed, and also rear tire demanding is quite high. So to manage that on the race is the most difficult thing. To be really constant during the 30 laps that we have here, or 20 something, I don't know. Exactly.
It's quite a few. It's a small track, so quite a few laps. It's a lot of left-handers, put it that way. Alex, of course, we're coming to the end of the first half of the season. This is, of course, your first year on Ducati in MotoGP. Just from your own viewpoint, has it lived up to the expectation? Have you met your goals that you wanted to meet in the first half of the season?
I mean, about the speed, I'm better than what was my expectation, I will say. But, we have 3 zeros, especially Austin 1 and Le Mans 1, that we were there fighting for the points. And, when you have a crash that is not for your fault, is something that later on we lose it for sure, more or less in Austin. I would say 16, 20 points because we were really fast, and later on Le Mans also, no, maybe 16 because we had the pace to be on the podium. So are many points for a championship, but apart of that, I mean, we'll try to keep going. I did a mistake in Mugello race, but fighting for the podium. So, the most difficult thing is to have the speed. Later on, the consistency to be there, the pace, all that will come, and I'm sure that we are in the good way to have a good results until the end of the season.
Yeah, definitely. I think no one doubts that. Of course, you've been showing some really good speed at times and also that consistency in those races. But as you say, just those incidents that you can't help. It's just part of the game in MotoGP.
Exactly.
Alex, before we let you go, we'd like to ask the guests about who they think will be on the podium, excuse me, on the Sunday, just for the main Grand Prix on Sunday. So if you had to predict the top three, I think I might know who you say for first, but if you had to predict the top three for Sunday's race, who do you think that would be?
Okay, Mark win. Later on, Pecco second, and I will put me third.
Okay, I like it. Yeah, confidence.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, Alex. Well, this weekend then, good luck at the Saxony. Of course, it's going to be quite a big weekend, particularly if your brother does go on to do, as you say, win on the Sunday. I think it'll be 602 days or something like that since his last victory. So a very big occasion, and I'm sure that if you share the podium with him on Sunday, there'll be quite a party on the Sunday night too.
Yeah, I mean, for sure he needs the victory, but we will try to put the things difficult.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure you will do as well. Well, thank you very much, Alex. Good luck this weekend, as we say, and just enjoy the weekend too. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
So then this is going to be Alex Marquez's team for this weekend, the German GP. Not much of a surprise to see that he brings in his brother Marc Marquez, and also Alex stays in the team. Alex has been on fine form this year so far. Of course, as he mentioned there, in Mugello crashed out the podium place just as he pinched it off Luca Marini. So certainly riding very, very well indeed. We know that the Ducati as well has been getting better and better, and of course now it's the benchmark bike in MotoGP. They may not have had a victory there since, I think it's Stoner in 2007, the last time they won, but you can guarantee that, as Alex says, they're going to be up there in the podium battle along with Pecco as well. So certainly two very good picks this weekend if you are going to be looking to choose someone to bring into your MotoGP Fantasy team. Also, Alex at only 1.8 million is an absolute steal. He keeps the two riders on fire at the minute. You can see this little rider on fire tag just below their number next to their face there. Both the Prima Pramac racing riders are in fine form at the minute. Their prices are going up, so if you've got them in their team, it's a pretty good one to increase your budget as well, to give you a little bit more wiggle room. So Jorge Martin and Johan Zarco stay in our team, but this time just both as silver riders. And of course, Ducati and Gresini Racing, not much of a surprise there, to keep the bosses happy. Of course, Ducati are the constructor that ideally you want in your team. Make sure that you do sign up for Fantasy. For MotoGP Fantasy, you can just head to fantasy.motogp.com. It will bring you to a page looking somewhat similar to this if you've already signed up. If not, then you just input your details and you'll be able to create your team straight off the bat. There is, of course, a lot to be playing for. We'll go to the leagues tab first off, because the Maverick Vinales official league is still running, as you can see there. Public league starting from the French GP, which was a few rounds ago now, and ending at the British GP. If we go on to that, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Highsiders that was still top of it last week, and it seems as though he is still top of it now. If you win that, you will win an opportunity for a meet and greet with Maverick Vinales and 2 grandstand tickets to the Catalan Grand Prix here in Barcelona. Certainly a good race to go to. There's also more stuff to be won. If you've been playing all season long, you'll see all these competition prizes. You can see their helmet, a laptop, and a watch as well. But don't worry if you haven't signed up yet. Sign up for this weekend and you could see yourself winning 2 tickets to any Grand Prix. So certainly well worth doing. So that's going to be it then pretty much from us at the MotoGP Fantasy preview. Of course, it's going to be a massive weekend if the stars do align for Marc Marquez. 602 days it will be on the Sunday since his last victory at the 2021 Emilia-Romagna GP. Of course, now he's fully recovered from that injury he had in 2020, so it'll be an emotional one if he does go on to do it. Make sure you let us know in the comments below if you do think that Marc is going to do it. So that's it then for us here at the Fantasy Preview. Make sure you enjoy the racing this weekend, and we'll catch you next time for Assen.